Familiar faces such as Phil Mitchell and Kat Slater have long been woven into the fabric of the soap, but both characters are about to appear with a fresh twist thanks to an unexpected temporary recast. The actor behind Phil has portrayed him since 1990, taking part in countless memorable arcs, including the legendary Who Shot Phil storyline. Earlier this year, he earned his first National Television Award after being voted the top performer in the serial drama category. Kat's performer has also fronted numerous impactful plots since stepping into the role in 2000. Fans still recall the unforgettable moment when she revealed to Zoe Slater that she wasn't her sibling, but her mother. This year's Children in Need broadcast will feature a special scene where two completely different actors step into these iconic roles. 16-year-old Children in Need host Lenny Rush is briefly granted the ability to put young people at the centre of BBC programming, and he and Pudsey Bear are eager to shake things up. One of the shows getting Lenny's makeover is EastEnders, with young performers taking on the parts of Kat, Phil, and Billy Mitchell. Regular characters such as Alfie Moon and Lauren Branning will also make an appearance. Staying true to the soap's signature drama, tensions inside the Queen Vic are ready to explode, with accusations about missing belongings flying around. Alongside the EastEnders parody, tonight's Children in Need event will be filled with heartfelt musical numbers, memorable moments, and creative comedy pieces. Across the years, the show has delivered some remarkable Children in Need sketches, including dance numbers, musical mashups, and even a playful crossover with Coronation Street. Kat also appeared in the famous East Street mashup, where she threw Michelle Connor out of the pub for flirting with Alfie during karaoke, only to learn that Liz McDonald was actually her biological mother. Naturally, none of this became part of the soap's official storyline, but it certainly made for fun viewing while it lasted. EastEnders lines up drugs turmoil for Ravi and Harry in Death Aftermath. Walford is in shock. The show has hinted that fresh trouble is looming for both Ravi Gulati and Harry Mitchell following Oki Okiere's tragic demise. Earlier in the week, Harry unintentionally delivered a fatal stab wound while trying to shield Kojo Asare, sparking a chain of events that has deeply shaken Walford. Ravi, who orchestrated the drug ring and manipulated Kojo, was recently taken into custody but walked free after agreeing to act as a police informant. However, Priya soon uncovered his role in the operation and immediately ended things with him, disgusted that he would take advantage of someone so vulnerable. As the days pass, the atmosphere becomes increasingly tense within Ravi's household, and Suki and Eve try to mediate before their crucial adoption meeting. For a brief moment, it seems like harmony has been restored, until Priya overhears Ravi organizing yet another drug deal over the phone. This becomes the breaking point for her, and she storms into the house, yelling about his behavior, leaving Suki and Eve stunned when their assessor Robin witnesses the entire scene. The situation at number 41 quickly spirals, and once Robin departs, Ravi finally confesses that he is still involved in illegal dealings. Suki and Eve insist he must move out, but the situation escalates further when a menacing group forcefully drags him away. Ravi eventually makes it back to the square, beaten and terrified, prompting Priya to beg him to walk away from the criminal world for good. But will he reveal to his loved ones that he's now cooperating with the authorities? Meanwhile, the Mitchell family has been thrown into disarray after Teddy decided to take responsibility for Oki's death to keep Harry from being sent to jail. He placed his own fingerprints on the weapon, surrendered to the police, and later confirmed that he intends to plead guilty to murder. Still secretly expecting a child, Nicola does her best to hold her family together in the coming week, but Harry and Barney are finding it almost impossible to cope with their father's arrest and the possibility that he may be imprisoned for many years. Struggling under the weight of grief and guilt, Harry has relapsed into drug use to numb his pain, leaving him in a deeply alarming condition. The question now is whether Nicola can pull him out of this downward spiral before it's too late. Mysterious Jasmine commits crime as she targets EastEnders local. Chaos is set to erupt in the square next week as newcomer Jasmine veers down a dangerous path and drags Oscar into a scheme that could spiral out of control for them both. Over the coming episodes, Oscar becomes even more captivated by Jasmine, completely oblivious to the fact that she has her eye on someone in Walford, for reasons she's keeping tightly hidden. Oscar's attempts to win her over. Oscar has been infatuated with Jasmine for some time, and next week, he's still doing everything he can to impress her. But instead of gaining her affection, he finds himself stepping deep into trouble. Jasmine knows exactly how to manipulate a situation, and Oscar is too dazzled by her confidence to notice the danger. When she unexpectedly swipes the keys to Anthony's surgery, he's left shocked. He initially chuckles, assuming she's only teasing him. But Jasmine isn't playing games, and she soon ropes Oscar into sneaking into the surgery beside her. That evening, they slip quietly inside. The excitement quickly fades, replaced by a sense of dread, and Oscar starts to panic about what they're doing. While he's on edge, Jasmine stays completely composed. It becomes obvious this isn't some random act. She's following a plan she's already mapped out. She goes straight to Anthony's office and immediately starts accessing his computer. Oscar thinks she's just fooling around, but she's clearly hunting for something very specific. The incident leaves Oscar shaken, especially when he realizes Jasmine is far more calculating than he ever imagined. What's Jasmine really after? Fans have been wondering for a while what Jasmine's true motives are, and this latest stunt only adds to the mystery. Her interest in the surgery appears intentional, and the fact that she's dragging Oscar along suggests she's concealing something significant. Whatever she's searching for on that computer, it must matter, otherwise she wouldn't go to such extreme lengths. And in Walford, buried secrets always surface sooner or later. It doesn't take long for Oscar to start regretting everything. Sneaking into a medical practice is no small misstep, and with Anthony likely to notice his missing keys quickly, the questions are going to come fast. The biggest issue for Oscar is that he has no idea what Jasmine actually did once they were inside. If she's hiding something serious, he could end up caught in the crossfire, or even blamed. Meanwhile, Jasmine's cool attitude suggests she's not losing any sleep over it. Whatever she's plotting, she's clearly several moves ahead, and Oscar may be the first casualty of her schemes. Her fixation on Cindy Beale has already raised eyebrows among locals, with many still puzzled by her true agenda. Jasmine's arrival has already caused quite a stir, and this twist proves she's not just another newcomer. Clever, secretive, and willing to break rules to get what she wants, she's clearly setting up a much bigger game, and now that she's overstepped the line, her next move is anyone's guess. EastEnders continues Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, with early episodes landing on BBC iPlayer at 6 a.m.